This is the 2021 Toyota Supra GR 2.0 Turbo. It's a four-cylinder, which is a little different because Supras have traditionally been straight sixes. So a four-cylinder in a Supra seems a little odd to me, but it's a 255, I believe, horsepower, 295 foot-pounds of torque. The acceleration, when you get on it, feels good. It really does, and it sounds good. So I have no complaints so far. The car looks good. These seats are fantastic, very supportive, but the cushioning is soft enough that you don't feel abused, you don't feel pinched at the hips or anything like that. I do have it in sport mode, so this car has two modes, normal and sport. It does not have MR dampers, so the springs and dampers that are on this car are just what they are. There's no changing of the way they feel when you set it in sport mode. It's an 8-speed automatic. There is no 3-pedal version of this available. This would be a fine place to put 3 pedals and a stick shift, but that's the way of the dinosaurs. So it's an 8-speed automatic, and it does shift quickly. In sport mode, in drive, the default is to hold the lower gears a bit longer, keep the revs up a bit longer so that you've got that instant response when you hit the throttle. Okay, so I'm coming out of this corner at about 50 miles per hour. Floor it. So that was about a 50 to 80 mile per hour jaunt. I'm gonna put it in manual mode, so I'm still in sport mode. Okay, downshift, downshift, downshift. Pop, 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 pop. You can hear the exhaust crack a bit when you do downshifts like that, especially on a downhill grade. I will say I've noticed a couple of times, and that was just one, where I hit the downshift paddle and nothing happened. There may be certain times where the car, you're asking for a downshift and the car feels you're being an idiot, and it just says, no, we're not going to do that right now. I'm not sure. Here we've got a long, nice corkscrew turn, and the cornering balance feels very good. So the torque is there. It's not monster torque, but the torque is there on request when pretty much whenever you want it. I'm going to slow down here a little bit and just explain also what I think about the interior of this car. It's nice. I think there very little of the hollow sounding cheapy plastics. There's some, but not much. For the most part, soft touch materials. The dash is soft touch, looks like leather. It's not, but it's got stitching. So one interesting thing here, between the seats, I can reach right through to the cargo area. It's not just a pass-through that you fold down the armrest. No, it's open. It's open to the cargo area. Cargo area, I think, is about 10 cubic feet. Not a lot, but not bad. It's a comfortably roomy 2-seater with a hatchback and a decent amount of cargo space for a weekend or park your band gear for a gig. The interface with the audio system and the nav is via this center knob here on the console. It's intuitive. It's very friendly. There's a button here on the console above the sport button that says A with a little arrow around it, off. What that does is it turns off the engine shut-off feature. So if you don't disable that, if you don't push this button, when you come to a stop sign, the engine stops. First thing I did was disable that and left it disabled. And I think you'd want to do the same thing. All in all, I think this interior is a good place to hang out, a good place to drive from. And as I look in this mirror, I see that big round rear fender there that reminds me that this is a pretty fantastic looking car on the outside. I like it. It's not sluggish at all. You push down and it goes. So if you get a chance, check one out.